In a forgotten chamber, beneath layers of time, one being held a secret not meant to be spoken, but to be remembered. Thoth, scribe of silence, guardian of frequencies. He thought not with scrolls, but with stillness. And among the truths he guarded, there was one that echoed across lifetimes. A sound, older than language, deeper than thought. A vibration that, when released from the soul in perfect alignment, rewires your field completely. You must do it only once, he said. But when you do it with your whole soul. That sound was Ra. And this is your journey, not to chant, not to repeat, but to prepare for that single moment where vibration becomes remembrance, and remembrance becomes power.
Some teachings require years, others only one breath. The ancient wisdom of Thoth whispers of a single act, so aligned, so pure, that it shifts your entire vibration in an instant. Not because it's loud, but because it's real. This is the mystery. Why only once? Because once you've become fully present, once your breath, emotion, intention, and silence align, your voice carries the same signature as creation itself. That moment is not performance, it is remembrance. The chant isn't the magic, you are. And Ra is the spark that activates what's already there. Imagine striking a bell that has never rung before. One pure tone, and the entire temple awakens. This is what Thoth meant. Do it once, but do it completely. Let your entire soul rise into the sound. No distraction, no resistance, just presence. This channeling is the map, each step a preparation, so that when the moment arrives, you'll know exactly what doing it once truly means. He didn't speak often, but when he did, the air itself shifted. Thoth was not just a figure of myth. He was an architect of resonance. He knew the universe was built on vibration, and that certain frequencies, when activated consciously, can restructure your entire field of energy. He taught not with lectures, but with silence that trembled with memory. To those who were ready, he offered the secret of a sacred sound, Ra, a tone not to be repeated, but to be received and released in a moment of total inner alignment. Do it once, he said, only when silence is deeper than thought, only when breath becomes the bridge, only when the self disappears. He was not guarding power, he was protecting purity, and he knew this sound only works when it rises from the soul that has become the vibration itself. You are not learning to chant. You are learning to return to the moment Thoth preserved for the soul who's finally ready to remember.
Everything around you vibrates. not metaphorically, but literally. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, each one emits frequency. The walls that hold your house, the people you speak to, the very air you breathe are all moved by the current you carry inside. This is the first realization. You don't become vibration. You are vibration. And every moment of your life, you've been broadcasting who you are. The ancient masters didn't just meditate to calm the mind. They meditated to retune the field. Because when your field is distorted by fear, tension, noise, you cannot hold sacred frequencies like Ra. The one thing Thoth spoke of only becomes possible when your field is clear enough to transmit it without distortion. This is why preparation matters. You are not just trying to speak the sound, you are becoming the instrument that can carry it. Your vibration is not accidental. It is the result of alignment or lack of it. And the more you become aware of that truth, the closer you move toward the moment of true resonance. Before Ra can rise, you must pass through fire. Not flames that burn the body, but the ones that burn illusion. Fear, grief, anger, shame. These are not enemies. They are metals of the soul waiting for alchemical fire. You don't escape these emotions. You transmute. Because if you try to chant Ra while full of distortion, the sound collapses. But when you meet fear with breath, when you hold grief without drowning, when you allow anger to soften, you refine your emotional body. The chant must come from clarity, and clarity is forged in feeling. This is why the alchemists of old welcomed suffering, not for its pain, but for its potential. Every emotion you allow yourself to process is one step closer to the moment of alignment. Because when the sound comes, it must pass through the furnace, and only gold survives the fire. Breath is your first spell, your first teacher, your first sound. Long before words, you were breathing, inhaling life, exhaling memory. And in that rhythm lies your access to the sacred. Ra cannot be chanted from a breath that is shallow, disconnected, distracted. It needs a vessel that is open, soft, conscious. With each inhale, you invite presence. With each exhale, you release noise. The ancients taught breath work not to control, but to listen, to find the space between breath and silence, where the sound waits. When breath becomes sacred, you don't speak, you transmit. Spend time here, in the breath, because when the moment of Ra arrives, it will ride the wind that you have patiently learned to carry. Stillness is not emptiness. It is density without movement. It is the vibration of eternity holding its breath. This is the temple where Ra is born. Before the chant comes, you must return to that still core, the place inside you that doesn't need explanation because it has always known. Stillness is where you meet your soul before the world taught it to perform.
It's where you feel the sacred hum beneath all distractions. No technique can replace this. No outer ritual can substitute for the inner halt. The body softens, the breath quiets, the mind bows. And in that stillness, Ra begins to rise. Your vibration cannot shift until you stop chasing noise. Let stillness rebuild you, because from that silence, the real voice begins to emerge.
You are not preparing to chant. You are preparing to be entered by the sound. Before any sacred vibration moves through you, the temple must be ready. And that temple is your body, your breath, your field. Your spine must be tall, not rigid, but reverent. Your heart must be open, not bleeding, but available. Your energy must be centered, not sterile, but clean. This is the forgotten discipline of the mystics, to treat the body as holy architecture, to clean it not just physically, but vibrationally. What you eat, how you sleep, the environments you dwell in, each one shapes your resonance. You cannot build resonance on a foundation of clutter. Clear your space, light a candle, sweep the floor with your presence. Not because Ra requires ritual, but because you require focus. Each act of devotion becomes a preparation. And the moment you step fully into sacredness, you become the chamber where the sacred sound can echo without distortion.
You are not just energy. You exist within a field of energy that responds to your vibration. This field is not metaphorical. It's real. It ripples with every emotion, every thought, every breath. And when you align with it, things move, not just inside you, but around you. Nature responds, time bends, doors open. But here's the secret. The field doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to who you are while saying it. If you try to force the chant, if you try to fake stillness, the field will remain untouched. But when the chant rises naturally from alignment, from readiness, from complete presence, then the field begins to pulse with you. Ra isn't magic, it's a match. And once you match the field, what you release becomes a tuning fork for the entire universe. It won't feel like you expect. It won't be loud. It may not even be audible. The moment the sound rises, it may begin as a tingling in the spine, a warmth in the chest, a tear you didn't know you were holding. It will feel familiar, like homecoming with no house in sight. You won't need to ask if it's real. You'll feel the entire field rearrange. It may come as a whisper or as a full-bodied tone, but it will come, and when it does, you'll know. This is not a chant you push out. This is the sound that chooses you because you've done the work. You are not speaking it, you are releasing what was always inside. This is the moment, the one, the act Thoth described, and it only needs to happen once. Because once you become the sound, you can never unknow your own frequency again. After the vibration moves through you, you will not be the same. Not because the world changed, but because you changed. And now you'll see the world through new resonance. Old habits will feel like costumes. Certain places may no longer hold you. Certain people may no longer reach you. This is not rejection, it is recalibration. Your vibration has shifted, and now the external must mirror the internal. You may find silence becomes more magnetic. You may lose the urge to explain. You may begin to glow. But you must remain anchored, because the shift is not a finish line, it's a portal. The sound reorganizes your grid. It reactivates the memory of what you were before the forgetting. Do not rush to repeat it. You don't need to. One true moment is enough to awaken the alchemist within.
The goal was never to chant Ra. The goal was to become the frequency it represents. And now that it has moved through you, you begin to understand. You are not separate from the sacred. You are the sacred. You are the breath. You are the silence. You are the moment of alignment. There is no need for more doing, only being. You begin to walk differently, listen differently, speak with less, but each word carries more. You are now a resonance, and those who are ready will hear it in your presence, not just your voice. The sound that awakened you was never outside you. It was waiting for you to match its memory. And now, you are no longer the seeker. You are the signal. This is what Thoth meant. The act is simple, but the you who does it must be complete. One breath, one sound, one full expression of soul. No hesitation, no division, just truth vibrating through every cell. You don't need to repeat it tomorrow. You don't need to memorize a technique. Because once done in alignment, the frequency echoes forever. Ra was not meant for repetition. It was meant for returning. And once you've returned to yourself, the echo becomes your new voice. This is the moment, not to chant, but to become the chant. To let the sound rise from everything you've ever felt, everything you've burned, everything you've healed. Do it once, but do it with everything you are. And that one act will mark the end of forgetting. You came here looking for a sound. But what you found was the path to becoming a vessel for it. Thoth never wanted you to worship vibration. He wanted you to remember it. To remember that your breath is sacred, that your silence is a gate, that your pain is the fire, that your presence is the temple. And when you aligned all of that, the sound rose, not from your throat, but from your soul. Now, I ask you, have you felt this moment inside you? Have you prepared for it, or has it already begun? Share in the comments below. This is not just a video, it's a transmission, a mirror, a bell ringing in the space between memory and becoming. Subscribe to TheoQuest, because each channeling here is not a lesson, it's a vibration. And once you hear your own, you'll never be the same again.